We're live. That's a good start. Are we seriously? Is this what we're doing? Well, has it just kicked us? I know, right? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. Every week I do this, I lose a strand of hair. I'll be bald by the end of next season. Frickin' hell. Losing our way. Yes, this is RSF1 F4. I'm kind of not gonna get into this properly until this works. Oh, it's loading. Loading complete. I've got a tick. Yay! It works. It works. There was a laggy Aston Martin horrendously. Never mind. Hey. Yes, this is RSF1 F4 division. We are here at the Hungary for the 15th round of the season. And this is where the crunch point has begun. This is where we get to decide who is going to win the championship in F4, because it's starting to get very, very tasty. I'm BHA Waiter, and I'm joined by my usual compatriot, and as it stands, compatriot for next season on this day, as it stands, early doors, is RSF1 Chris. Oh.
I have now included my audio.
I can move around that day, by the way. I can move you around.
Yes.
I haven't set in stone the first day.
Yes.
Keep doing more of that.
It's progress at the moment, depending on when I am racing. But I would love to be back in this tier on comms, because I love it.
Might not be this tier.
Well.
In the day. Well, I don't know that, do we? So. Anyway, yes, round 15, Mr. Chris, Hungary. 3 more races to go at the end of this. First of all, time has flown, hasn't it? Because
yeah.
This has been stupidly quick.
Yeah, this season has absolutely flown by. But I mean, we're not going to be saying that about next season, are we?
No, because it's going to drag on and on. But the excitement of new races, though, Chris.
Yeah.
Excited.
2 new races and the other one that we're having this weekend, which will be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this championship, obviously, Chris, you joined late-ish on into the season, about a third of the way in. This season in F4 has been very entertaining, hasn't it? It's kind of unravelled. We've got the major consistency of Lincoln. You got the super pacer Cornet, but doesn't seem to get the luck. Got the pacer Kachow, but he gets the internet bad luck. But it's been the consistency people of Millsy and Lincoln, hasn't it? That's been kind of setting it. And at this stage, can you pick a winner?
No, because that's the problem. Everybody's got their strengths, and on a certain track, like these sort of tracks are suited to the likes of Button and sometimes Millsy, in my opinion. But I think it could go any way, to be honest with you. One of them might be a bit out of reach at this point, but it could go either way of 3 drivers, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Let's speak about Hungary a little bit. Obviously, first session here, Q1. We are a little bit lower numbers. We have 13 racing tonight, which is a slightly disappointing, but it is what it is. I've dealt with 9 earlier this season in that division, but let's not gloss over that. We're still going to have a good race here. They're normally quite close to one another, so should be entertaining anyway. So Q1 is a bit of a kind of a practice, do not bin it kind of thing. Do not be that guy. Am I right, Chris? I'm not pointing at you specifically because you did, because you didn't.
No, I didn't. Because I'm not stupid enough to bin it in Q1 when you don't need to.
Yes.
the best thing to do is cruise around and do a slow lap, as I'm having to now invite Cornet back already. Good start.
We've already had an amazing start. Can only get better.
Yeah, it seems
Positivity.
like the lobby tonight might be interesting, but we're going to get through it as we normally do.
Oh, Mike, where are you going? Okay. Go on, Pines. Yeah, what was I saying? What did I ask you a few minutes ago?
About the championship, was it? Or the next question after that? Because I can't remember the other one.
I'll go for the next question after that. Hungary. We've had our races. Both interesting differences in fortune, shall we say?
Shall we just say that this track isn't an exciting one that we've had in the previous week? Me and you have had an interesting one. You've followed somebody around, didn't you, for the majority of the race? I put it in a barrier multiple times. So yeah, it's not been the best of weeks for myself in the racing terms, but at the same time, it's just this track. I think it suits the driver that's more smooth, and that ain't me or yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? Because we didn't do well. Because Eagle in the chat, also known as Palace Dude, we all know who Palace Dude is. It's my teammate who won amazingly. He's saying it's a great track. Well, you would say that because you won.
Yeah, I bet you didn't like
Also,
it before, Eagle.
Also, well done on the win. You did good. Yeah, it's a tricky circuit, isn't it, Miss Chris? Because there's a lot of curbs around here. There's a lot of track limit warnings you can get. Although I only got one penalty last night, I'm happy with myself.
Well,
I got
that's a
two,
miracle
but
on its own.
Well, no, I got two, but the second was because I got shoved off track by someone. Let's leave it at that.
Oh,
I only got one.
Yeah, but then the thing is that can't be removed if it's a 3 second. So.
Yeah, I know that.
So then you got two.
But what I found last night was this race, because it's difficult to overtake, really it's the main straight and kind of turn 3, and then turn 5 if you have balls of steel, which I did until it failed.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. You can also overtake into the chicane if you get a good run out of the little auto spin curb corner. You can overtake into the chicane if you're brave enough on the brakes. But then you're putting a lot of trust in your fellow driver doing that move. And I nearly had my nose chopped off into the penultimate corner by Mr. Locker. So overtaking isn't exactly easy around here, as you said. So it's all about ERS saving and go for the overtake on the straight, like you said before.
Yep. A few guys retiring at the moment, but that's perfectly fine because, well, we've got 11 minutes of this Q1 session to go. And, yeah, they're just going around and practice. I'm on board with Button at the moment. Championship standings, Chris. Shall we go over them as we have time to stall?
Yes, why not? First of all, I've got a notification on my... I wonder what that was. Okay, we'll ignore that.
Because we're live. We've been live for 10 minutes.
I wonder what that was. Yeah, let's go over the championship standings. So, at the very bottom of the standings, still with a big fat 0, and I don't believe racing. I think he might have given up with this for the moment. We got Braver Container in the Alpine, who's, to be honest with you, has been showing good pace all year, but just very, very unlucky. And that's the only way of wording it, really. And then you have Bizarre Mike, who has 6 points, with a couple of points finishes this season. Then RSF1 Debil, who's finished 1 race and has 6 points. Very disappointing. And also, just so you know, that was the first race of the season he finished. Very poor. Then you've got Rogue. I was just double checking he wasn't a reserve anymore. We got Rogue, who has 8 points. Then Mr. Active Fox with 12. CCR, that's a reserve. Primus came in on 29. Trick 2 Pines in the Merc has 30. Then you've got NUFC Owen, who has 41 points. Pierre in the Red Bull with 44. Desbro in the Alfa Romeo, who I thought would have more points than 46 at this stage of the season, but seems to be slightly struggling, I think. Then you've got Scotsman. We've known him as RSF1 Scotsman. We've known him as a lot of different names at this point. But Scotsman with 51. Immortal has 65, who's absolutely, he's not going to hate me for saying this, a rubbish qualifier, but very good in the race. He has 65. You got Old Manzi in the Alfa Romeo on 78. Then LA16 Ham in the Williams on 86. Fish Sticks on 98 points, so he should get to the century of points this race. Is he racing? Yeah.
Don't say should.
I think he will. Fish Sticks is a quick
Ruined it
driver.
now.
Nah, he'd be fine. Then you've got Mr. RSF1 Kachow, who we've been informed that has actually now got good internet. So we won't be inviting him every 2 minutes. He's 102 points. Then Cornet Star, the unlucky man, 116, who's had 4 wins to his name, the most wins in the division this season, on 116. Then you got Button, the street circuit masterclass, the street circuit man, who is, I mean, this is sort of a street circuit if you say it's like Monaco without the walls, apparently.
Kinda.
So I've heard it called.
Yeah.
So you'd expect Button to do well today, as he's topping this session as well. And you've got RSF1 Mezi with 153 points in second place, behind the man who has not shut up about this since last week. Last week's winner, RSF1 Lincoln. Now, we've all had to endure this throughout the week. You guys in the chat haven't probably had to deal with it as much. I talked to him a lot. All I've had all week is, I want a race! I want a race! I want a race! Oh, he's doing mad in. But he has 178 points and is our championship leader.
So, going over the gaps there, Chris, and who's technically still in with in the championship fight. Now, I do know that it cannot be won tonight, correct?
No chance.
Yeah, no chance. So, who's still in it?
So we've got 4 races including
Mathematically.
this one. So, let's do, you just keep everyone busy and I will do the maths.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so Lincoln comes into this obviously winning his first RSF1 race, and yes, he's put in brackets on the Discord race winner, because you know, just happens. Yep, he has also been in the points every single round this season. He's the only driver of the division that has kept that record. The other 2 that's kind of been near that is Button, but Button got a no points in Silverstone, and Millsy, who got a no points in Japan earlier on in the season. But for that, they've scored in every other round that they've appeared in since the start. Which shows, it's obviously the biggest question really is, can Lincoln be in the points every single round? And can he win the title? Because coming into this, I believe he has a 25-point lead over his nearest rival, Millsy, going into this. And apparently word is that Lincoln is looking pretty good and Millsy is not. So we'll see as we go across the evening how that goes.
Yes, we will. Sorry, I'm still doing the maths right now. You have to bear with me here. There's so many people. I think, if I'm right, yes. So anybody down to, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, anyone down to Immortal, including Immortal, can still win this championship.
Mathematically.
Mathematically.
So we're not going on realistically.
Wait.
We're going on mathematically.
Surely not, actually. I calculate. No, my calculation's been a potato. No, okay, Old Manzi, sorry Immortal, not you. Old Manzi on 78 points. Anybody from him, he's 100 points off the leader, and there's 104 available to play for.
Oh, God.
So Old Manzi needs a miracle.
Manzi needs to win, and everybody else did not score any points. Okay.
Every single race, yeah.
Yeah.
With the fastest
Start the Old Manzi train. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no chance, let's be real. So, realistically, it's between the top 4. And then, if you want to be really pedantic, it's between the top 2.
Yeah. I mean, we want it to go down right to the last race and have about 3 or 4 people in it. So,
yeah.
So, we need Lincoln and Millsy, no offense to you two watching or whatever. We need you two to have an absolute horror show the last 3 races, and we need... Who is it chasing? Kachal and Cornet.
Yes, but obviously Cornet's had a bit of bad luck. No fault of his own, actually. But yeah, he's had a bit of bad luck that's probably pulled him out of the championship battle.
Can you see the race director screen? Because I'm saying please wait.
I can see a black screen and it says please wait. There you go.
You're not going to see it.
Hello, BF1. How you doing?
I'm not going to see it. Constructors. Right, constructors, I need to figure this out because, as well, Aston Martin currently leading the way on the championship. They have done for quite some time. I think since the opening round, actually. Have a 119-point lead. So I'll do that maths in a bit. I don't believe they can win it tonight. And they have two of them.
How much points?
119
well,
over Mercedes.
If you think about it, 104 available for just the winner. So
yeah,
no, they can't win it tonight.
Yeah, no. They cannot win it, but they could take a massive step closer to it if they have a good result.
Yes.
So they're on 309, then you've got Mercedes 190. Haas are right behind on 185. Then Williams are quite close on 151. Then there's a lovely little battle, 4-way battle, because everyone loves the 4-way, which is better than a 3-way, because there's one more person.
Don't tell Cornish that.
Yeah, I know. We got McLaren on 128. Then we got Alfa Romeo and Ferrari, 124 points each. Alpha Tauri, 115. Who's going to come out on top out of those? Then we drop back to Alpine on 65, and then we drop back to Red Bull on 32.
Ooh.
Or Red Bull.
32 ain't great.
Poor Red Bull. I'm saying this now, in terms of constructors, with that. I think it's Aston Martin's to lose, really.
Well,
Button and Kachal.
Yeah, if Aston Martin don't win it, they've bottled it. They are 2 of the faster drivers in the tier, and they're teammates, so you'd expect them to win it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Better.
Well, actually, I even said after, because they used to have Tribal.
Yes.
Who won for the opening 5 races, got promoted to F3 deservedly.
Yes.
Because, you know, he had some sand in, he shook it off, and then all of a sudden, oh, you're too fast for this tier, so he moved him up. But of course, you can't take away the points he scored for Aston Martin, and they gained Kachal, as you said, which has had the really good pace of this tier, just not have really had the luck. But they've also had Button, who's in the driver's standings as well, and the chasing pack of Mercedes, Haas, and Williams, they all have one good driver in their team, but they don't have 2 decent drivers in their team. That's no offense to them. That's just
wow.
That's just real. I'm just saying it as it is. Reality. You know? And bless Millsy, he's had like 6 teammates this season. He hasn't really had consistency on his side.
No, Millsy's had to go through the ringer of just whoever's going to be in the other side of the garage every single race. He was never going to be sure.
Basically. I think Mike is his longest serving teammate, and that's been 5 races. So
that's quite sad.
To sum that up, I think so. I think that might be right. I could be horribly wrong, of course. Right, into Q2 we go. Old Manzi, not Despro. Old Manzi's going to be the first one to set a lap on the softs. It's a 17.9 though.
I think that is mediums, by the way.
Oh. 24.444 by Despro.
Also, who's AJ Notorious? Because I keep forgetting.
That's Cornet.
Hey, well, he's having connection issues, so just...
Lovely.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Oh, not again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd imagine actually Old Manzi, that must be on medium tyres. As is Pines, who's went 6 tenths quicker, 17.3.
Hey, Millsy, you're chilling in the pits. Can you just let us know if anybody's actually on the softs, please?
I'll be surprised if anybody is. Although Owen might be. 16.4 is a solid time on softs.
Yeah, that might be softs. If that's mediums, actually, then I don't know what happened.
Yeah. That's one of those that if it's on mediums, holy hell. Slow down.
I like Eagle.
Wow.
Eagle's a nice person.
I have been trying Eagle.
Very
got
trying.
I would have got 5th yesterday for happenings that you know about. I would have had 5th.
Dear.
Ended up 9th, and it might only be, might not be 9th by in a few days. So,
Yeah, I hear excuses. Lots of them.
it's facts.
Yeah, I was too busy
think.
watching Liverpool play Everton. I didn't really care. If I'm honest.
You mean Liverpool? You mean Liverpool demolish Everton because that's what it ended up being.
Other than a mistake which cost us a goal.
Primus.
Oh, Primus caught that.
You saw that.
Yeah. Good catch.
Know what that was? Know what that was? That's dirty air on the back of NUFC Owen. That's just wrong place, one time for Mr. Owen.
Yes.
I'm actually looking at Primus is doing well here, Chris, because this is a favoured track of his. There's a lot of it's got a lot of sentiment behind it because a year or so ago he lost his dad, and this was one of his favourite tracks. Hungary.
Yeah, Primus was speaking before the race in the garage. Obviously, I'm part of the AlphaTauri team, and he's quietly confident, should we say? So I'm expecting him to be up there or thereabouts towards the front and causing a bit of an issue for the championship contenders.
Yes, it could be a thorn in the side because Primus he's recently joined back, as we know. Is a solid F4 driver, I think. If he races next season, I would assume he is. It'd be interesting to see what he can do next season going forward. But now he's just racing just to get back in the feel of it, and as you could say, it can be a thorn in the side of Lincoln, Millsy, and especially those that need the win, like Cornette and Kachow and Button.
Yes, definitely. I've been watching Primus on this lap though. Don't know if you have been as well, but he looks like he's definitely on edge. He's not nailed the car to the circuit, and he's also been given a slight wording from me in the chat that if he burns his ERS like he did last week, there might be some problems in the garage afterwards.
I don't think he's going to listen.
I don't think he's going to listen either, but
no.
It was so frustrating to watch. I can't deal with that again.
Right. We have one Williams here tonight, and this is of Malta. And as you said before, he's not the best of qualifiers, so let's hope he can slam it into the top 10. And I'm showing my bias here. I want him to do well. He's a fellow Williams driver.
Well, the funny thing is about Immortal is he's going to get potentially one of his highest qualifying today because of only 13 people being here.
Ooh, that was a nice return 5, right on the edge as well.
Ooh.
A bit wide on the curb. Don't want to get too wide over there. Don't want to touch the inside curb in that corner either. Slightly deep in the chicane, mind the curb. It's nice so far. Aggressive. I think that's what you need to be around this track, Chris, isn't it? You need to be aggressive. If you be passive with this track, it's going to bite at you.
I don't know, because passive can absolutely attack you, and so can aggressive around here. It doesn't matter what you do. If you get one line wrong into one corner, you're spinning. This track absolutely eats you alive for just a single mistake.
Here comes a model. It's going to be in the 17, so 17.7. The middle of the ballpark of top 10.
Yeah, that's quite good for him, considering he hasn't done the most practice. So he's pretty happy, I think, with that one, as a starter lap.
One out was saying he's not on the softs, he's on the mediums. I'd imagine Button's on the mediums as well, 17.4.
Yeah.
I think the only one that's legit softs is Owen.
And I'm not really sure why he's done that, because as you can see now, and I think he spun, he's in the wall!
Oh, wow.
I went on board with him as I was talking about him just to see what was going on. And, yeah, so he's basically gone out on the softs, it looks like, set a lap, but forgot to brake before the line. And now he's on the mediums, as you can see now. He's not going to beat that lap on the mediums. Not in a million years he's going to beat that lap. Unless he pulls a worldie.
Go 6 cents quicker than Cornet, who is
He mo-
arguably one of the quickest in the division
Yeah,
at the moment.
and
Although Kachow's gone quite near him.
he may have just put Lincoln off into the chicane there. I don't know what he was doing.
Trying to get out of the way. It's difficult trying to get out of the way, though, isn't it?
It is, but if you think 2 corners ahead, so say you're on an out lap or an in lap, and you see a car behind you, like 2 corners back, you start thinking about where you're going to get out of the way already, and you prepare. You don't just do it on the previous corner like you do at most tracks. Otherwise, you're going to cause somebody to be held up or a major problem.
Good lap from Lincoln. 16.7 on the medium
All right,
tyres.
then, Mr. F3. Hello. How you doing?
What are you doing up there? You alright? Good to see you.
The worst thing is, we know that's on the mediums.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only 3 tenths off Owen.
It's lovely what confidence gives you, isn't it, Chris?
Or practicing every day. Oh!
Yeah, that. Oh.
Oh my god!
Hmm?
So Lincoln was on a cool-down lap. Owen thought he would try and get a little bit of a toe off him down the little mini second DRS straight. He missed him by about an inch. Okay. Oh my word, that would have absolutely taken them both out of qualifying.
Would have been gutting, wouldn't it, if that had actually been a collision?
It was so close. I don't know how Owen avoided him, but that was interesting.
By the way, Owen is trying to beat his soft lap on mediums.
He's got no chance.
Oh!
Whoa! That's where I crashed in the race.
He's trying too hard. He's trying to beat it, but I don't think he can.
He's messed up.
Manzi, that was close.
Yeah, he's messed up by setting that lap. That's his own fault.
Manzi had a big moment. Exit of turn 5, nearly hit the slow-moving Lincoln. So Lincoln's had 2 people nearly hit him on his slow in lap.
Yeah, Lincoln must be absolutely loving life right now.
You're back in the pits, Lincoln. You're safe
And
there.
If you see what Lincoln's doing as well, I'm surprised a lot of drivers haven't taken this strategy on. So, me and Lincoln have been talking about it all week. There's a little strat you can do where you do 2 very, very slow outlaps, as you can see him doing now. And basically it gets the tyres into the optimum working temperature, gets the fuel down because you basically start with way too much fuel, even on the minimum level. And you can set the best possible lap this way. I don't know if he's going to go for another. I don't think he is. But if he was doing an outlap, he could do 2 and then burn the fuel down and take no tyre wear out at all, going at the pace he is right now.
Here comes Millsy. Very tight line up the inside last corner. 17.8. It's not quick enough.
Millsy.
2.5 minutes. And he's
Unless
currently out. Both house drivers are out.
I was thinking he's done an outlap, but then I've just looked at his ERS and that was actually a proper lap. Millsy could be in trouble here.
Millsy is struggling.
He's hitting that inside curb and I think his lap's done. He's got on that inside curb, auto spin curb, and had to back off the throttle and turn out of the corner. 3 tenths down. Oh, and he's lost the back end and Millsy's out. Millsy is out of qualifying. He's done.
Not necessarily. If he has the fuel,
maybe
he would have. The only thing I would say, if he scrapes through, that'll be 4 laps on the medium tyres.
Yeah, he might want to just. To be honest with you, Millsy's not a silly driver. He might just pull into the pits of a tyre, because I think.
Manzi 7th. Good Manzi.
Okay, Manzi.
I just noticed how close.
Has retired. Yeah.
It's.
Okay. Primus.
Ooh, Primus in 10th, retired.
That's interesting. I think Primus might be out. But then maybe that's what he's gambling on.
You notice how close it is, by the way, and like from...
Mike's invalidated. He was up as well, but he's out. He's invalidated.
I think he's on softs as well. Have you seen how close it is from Cornet and 3rd down to Primus in 10th? Just 4 tenths.
Wow.
3 on a 17.0, 3 on a 17.3, 2 on a 17.4.
Wow.
Please had that in Q3. Pines, that's on softs.
Yeah, that's
okay. Pines.
Yeah, so that means Owen's lap was definitely softs as well. Then that's confirmation.
Millsy's out. Millsy starts 13th.
I think that's the best thing for Millsy. It was either start in the top 10 on 4 lap old tyres, or just pull into the pits there and take fresh.
Right,
As
so with
Mike
30...
goes... Oh dear.
Didn't go anywhere. He's got one more lap to go, as does... Well, Mortal's on his last lap.
Yep.
Either of these two displace Primus and Button. Button's in trouble.
Immortal's going to have a
Potentially.
distraction, though. Immortal's going to have the Mercedes on a slow in-lap.
How's
Unless
Mike
he's
doing
going
first
fast enough.
sector? Mike's 3/10 up first sector, which would just about be enough, but he is on softs.
Yeah,
Go
Mike's
quicker.
probably better off being out, to be honest with you.
No, Immortal's done. Immortal's
Yeah,
second
Immortal's
down.
done. Yeah, he must have made a big mistake we haven't seen.
So this is between Mike and Primus here.
And Mike's fuel light is flashing as well. He goes wide, he gets away with it because he went further off track. I think he might be
Hate
out of fuel. Is he out of fuel? No, he seems fine at the moment.
Where has he got away with that one?
Yeah, you can. If you go off that corner wide, you can go wider and you do not get invalidated for.
He's out of ERS as well. Is this going to cost him?
I think it might to the line. It's going to be close. No.
He's done it.
Mike is through.
Wow. I hope Primus wasn't watching that lap because that was 2 times he was way off track.
Yeah.
Wow. Primus out by 0.04 of a second to Button. Button scrapes through in 10th.
But then Primus is in 11th place in the prime position.
Primus
Sometimes-
is prime position.
Yeah. Problem is, around this track, you know as much as I do, overtaking is interesting. It doesn't happen that often, so fingers crossed for Primus, he can find a way through on the launch off the line. That's what he needs, a good start.
So I would say, based on that top 10, the only legit soft runners is Pines, Owen and Mike. So,
Yes. Yes, correct.
Alright, so they obviously need to get well up into the top 10, otherwise that starting on softs is not going to work. It would be difficult anyway.
Yeah. I never understand the strategy of, unless you're trying to cause somebody problems, like Pines might just be being up there for Lincoln. Basically wants to be in front of Millsy and his other contenders. But then, say Owen, for example, why put yourself onto the softs if you might be at the bottom end of the top 10?
Right, we head into Q3. And I'm going to take this little bit time of mentioning. Obviously, remember, this weekend, this Saturday, we have the stream for Shrimper. Our donation stream. 12 hours, starting, I believe, from 12 o'clock midday all the way to 12 o'clock midnight. A lot of various events still need to be finalised with the schedule. I believe will be either be released tonight or tomorrow, I guess. I mean, it has to be released minimum tomorrow, obviously, for Saturday reasons. But we have multiple events, including the Shrimper Cup, which is free races. They will be streamed, commentated on. We still need to figure out a schedule of who's doing it on Saturday. I believe I'm racing and commentating, so I'm busy. I also have a quiz going at some point, I believe, which will be about 3 o'clock. Again, not officially started, or not 100% official for that. But to get the taste buds rolling, I'm going to ask you a question, Chris, and the chat can get involved as well. No Google or Wikipedia, because this is just for fun after all.
Yeah.
That includes yourself. Right, so what I'm going to ask you... Oh, Zalbrad is in the chat, and he's one of the participants of the quiz, because I got 6 people taking part.
Okay, don't ask a question then you will use in the quiz.
Right, I'm trying to figure that out, actually. Right, so I'm going to ask you, Chris. Pick a year from 1950 to 2020.
Oh, wow.
Pick any year.
2009.
2009. Problem is, some of these are stupidly easy. Oh, I mean, this one's kind of easy. I'm going to give you this one. In 2009, who partnered Kimi Raikkonen at Ferrari for the last 5 Grand Prix of the season?
Ah, now, I remember this because I'm pretty sure it was because
The options
Massa got
are in the
hit
book.
on the head, wasn't it?
The options
And
are in the book, but
Yeah.
I'll leave the options because it's kind of easy.
Now the thing
If
is,
you know your F1.
I know it was a driver that was never actually that good that was put in there controversially. And I'm pretty sure he was in the
last 5
backmarker
Grand Prix.
team at one point, but I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
remember his name. I don't remember his name at all.
Okay, I'll leave it in the chat. I'll leave it for the chat and you to think about, and I'll give the answer at the end of the end of the season. So, question again for the chat: in 2009, which driver partnered Kimi Raikkonen and Ferrari for the last 5 Grand Prix? And yes, he got given the clue. It was because Massa had an unfortunate incident at this very track, actually, funny enough. So they had to find reserves for that. Pines is out. Pines, who needed to qualify good because he's on the softs, he is out at the exit of turn 4 as Fishsticks pops it into a 15.9 to go provisional pole. Beaten by Kachal, 15.6.
Wow.
That's bad for Pines because he's going to be low down on the grid.
Yeah, that's not ideal at all.
Button into second. Manzi third. Go Manzi. Here comes Lincoln, quickest of medium runners to go fastest by just under a tenth over Kachal.
Yep, it's the person. It's the person I thought it was, by the way, because considering I forgot, I looked it up, and it is the person I thought it was. I just couldn't remember his name.
I told you not to look.
Yes, but I'm not any longer
Not
going to give an
not
answer.
saying that that's right.
No,
Not
it is
saying
right.
that that's right, by the way. No, not saying that it is right.
Oh no, I'm not looking in the chat. By the way, I had a little Google just to see if it was the name I was thinking of, and it is. But I just couldn't remember his name when you asked me.
Oh, by the way, chat, you only get it right if you spell his name correctly.
Oh yeah, good luck with that. Now, the thing is, you could have one of 2 drivers down.
Hmm.
And I don't want to say it because some of the people in the chat will then type it in. So...
Yeah, fair enough. So, first run done. I'm just checking whether anybody's on a second lap. But yeah, first run done. Although Desbro's on another lap here. We'll keep an eye on him. But first lap done. And that's an interesting grid there, Chris. Lincoln Kachal front row. Owen Button. Manzi Fishsticks, Desbro, and Cornet down in 8th at the moment. Must have been a mistake on that lap from Cornet.
That's disappointing.
Desbro, hang on. Desbro, yeah, Desbro's the only one who's gone for a legit flying second lap, and he's 3/10 up. This is a flyer. This will get him onto the front row. It's the last corner, right?
Right on board of him as well.
Here we go. Third.
Ooh,
Nice.
Okay. Good little lap.
Well done from Desbro. Try not to sound too surprised because he does feature in the top 10, Chris, doesn't he? But he's not. I don't remember a front row start from him.
Yes. It's not a regular occurrence.
I swear there's been a few.
No,
sure
I don't
there's been
think
a
it's.
few, but...
I don't think it's that often. I think he's normally a little bit further down in the top 10.
Button's gone on a third lap. He's finding time as well. This is weird on his soft tyres, which I know you can do. Because I figured you can.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Chris, I got your message. Yeah.
I'm right?
You are right.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember the.
Oh, Button gets ahead of his teammate, but behind Lincoln.
See how close it
He
is.
somehow splits them.
Wow, how has he managed to get in that gap? Fair enough.
He's done that on a third lap as well.
Yeah. I think one of those laps was probably a cool-down lap on the tyres and the ERS.
Zalbrad, when we do the quiz, you will need to be in a party. In a party chat.
Otherwise, no one will hear you.
Yeah.
I love this. You started a good little thing going in the chat now. Everyone's just saying random names.
Yeah. So, actually, I'll mention the, as we got a bit of a cooldown here, the participants in the quiz. Because I did ask, like, who wants to take part, like, officially. Like, on the night, or on the afternoon, shall I say, when we do it. The chat obviously be going. They can have a little, a go at answering the questions. Yes, answering the questions. But the participants, we have Muddy Biscuit, we have Locker, we have Hippo, we have Zalbrad, we have a Mega Centurion, and there's one more. I think I've forgotten the name. Is that 5 I've mentioned?
Did you say Cornish? Because I'm sure he wants to take part.
Cornish, did, but he can't now because of the time.
Oh, okay.
There's one more. Why am I getting one more?
Wow, you've forgotten someone. That's very harsh.
I know, it's terrible. But yeah, they will be doing it under official, like, proper rules, so they can't really cheat. I mean, they can, but they can't gain from doing it, basically.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a timer involved.
Right. What if they're quick typers?
But you see, you get a timer of 10 seconds, and you get points based on if you're correct and how quickly you answer it.
Oh, I like that idea.
So if you do go and look up...
What time is this being done, by the way? Just so I know.
I believe the time's 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Oh, as the football starts.
Yes, I know.
Wally.
I have to put it in somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll make sure to tune in. I won't be home.
Here comes Owen, by the way. He's on a flyer at the moment. It goes up to 4th place. Displaces Desbro.
Owen's looking like a little handy driver, you know, of late.
Okay.
Mike's invalidated.
Billy
Bob
Thornton. Where's my Discord? I will remember the names because I'll just go onto our little Discord page that we have. James Petty was the other one.
Our Hungarian friend.
Yeah, James Petty, Locker, Centurion, Muddy Biscuit, Hippo, and Zalbrad will be officially taking part. That'll be under my official quiz rules.
That's right. Zalbrad will come last because he's an absolute potato.
That's not nice.
He'll be fine. He'll probably lag out. Oh dear.
Right. Anyway, Fish Sticks, middle sector at the moment. Currently in P7. We got 2 minutes to go. This is where we've got to start thinking who is going to grab pole position.
Yes.
I'm going to make it out in time. We've got Fish Sticks next to the line.
Yeah, Button's got loads of time.
And that is... Did he improve? He did, but stay 7th, does Fish Sticks. Owen is done. He's in the pits now, and will not get back out again.
Yeah. That is Owen Dane. He won't be going any higher than 4th.
Manzi's a 10th up.
You're welcome, Zalbrad.
10th up. That will put him 4th, get ahead of his teammate and Owen, if he can finish this lap into the last corner. He nailed the last corner, though. This might be higher. Oh, no, he lost the time. He lost the time. Stay 6th.
Lincoln has backed out because I think he's going to go for another run.
Chow's 10th and a half up. Lincoln's got to find the time because Chow's finding more. Nice little battle going. Lincoln's got 50 seconds. He's got time.
Chow around the final corner now. What can he do? To the line, and he sets a 15-4. That is provisional.
So that's laid it down to Lincoln as he starts his lap.
Yeah, Lincoln's taking that wide line in onto the pit straight.
Fish Sticks is in. Fish Sticks is done. Button has 25 seconds to go.
Yep, Desbro's down on his lap. So Desbro is probably done unless he makes the line. I don't think he'll make the line in time, actually. Or will he?
That was 3 tenths. Not 3 tenths.
Is he going to make it? Desbro just made the line. That was close.
Purple first sector from Lincoln. 300ths up. Oh, this is a battle. Cornet 2.5 tenths up.
I think Kachow's going for another one. Kachow pins it!
No! Kachow's out.
Oh, wait. Oh, he's off the racing line, so he's fine. He's not going to be a hindrance. Oh, well, Button's in the wall. Button's done.
Oh, both
Button's put it in
Astons.
the wall as well. Now it's just up to Lincoln. Can he get around this final sector and not put it in the wall like his other two contenders? Runs over
3
the
tenths
wheel.
up. Purple middle sector, 3 tenths up.
Oh, he's gone wide.
Oh, I miss Cornets. Middle sector.
Lincoln coming around the final corner now. Can he do enough to take provisional pole? He has made a mistake after running over the debris. Can he do this? 1:15.397.
Oh,
He
he
gets
got it.
provisional pole.
7,000. Is Cornet going to get it
Cornet
back? Yes, by
takes it.
4. By
Cornet takes
4,000.
pole. Wow.
Oh my word.
Wow, he's pulled that lap
close.
out of nowhere. He hasn't looked like he was going to get pole all day. And then the final lap of qualifying, he just steals it off Lincoln.
By 3 thousandths of a second. So like Lincoln beat Kachow's lap by 7 thousandths, 397 to a 404, and then Lincoln must have like, yeah, that feels good, and then in comes Cornet.
Yeah, Lincoln's probably
bang.
sat there going, oh, pole, this is lovely. Wait, what?
Wow.
Wow, that is ridiculously close between the top 3. Wow.
But not there in 4th. Who would have? Kachow was up. Kachow was up before he crashed.
Yes.
I didn't see whether Button was up.
I don't know. The first thing I saw of Button is literally he was already in the wall. So I got both crashes, I think. So I would send them to Mr. Rocket, but I'm not going to.
So Mike and Pines, who are both on the soft, start 9th and 10th. That's not good for them. Owen's done reasonably well to get himself into 5th. He'll be starting on softs. He might make a bit of a pain for the Aston Martins directly ahead of him off the line. What qualifying, Chris? That was fantastic.
Yeah, that ended very dramatically and very, very close. I don't think I've seen a closer qualifying between 3 top drivers this season.
Very nice. The answer to the earlier question was Giancarlo Fisichella.
Was it now?
Do you know the controversy behind
Well,
him going into that seat at Ferrari?
I know that they did put, I believe, Luca Badoa in there.
Oh, don't mention Badoa. No, never.
No,
It was
but
terrible.
they put him in there. They realised
Oh, we have a
how
radio.
utterly rubbish he was, and then replaced him again.
We have a radio.
If I'm right. And yes, I do see that. So yeah, I believe it was Luca first, and then they went, "Oh, you're absolutely dreadful," and then they replaced him with Giancarlo Fisichella, correct?
Yes. The reason that was controversial, and I always found it controversial at the time, and kind of rubbed me off Fisichella, because I kind of like Fisichella as a driver.
Yeah, me too.
But the controversy behind that was because Badoa, as you mentioned, was in Valencia and Belgium.
Yeah.
And it was in that Belgium race that Fisichella, who was in a Force India, got Force India's first ever points and first ever podium in that race.
Yes.
And then immediately jumped to Ferrari as soon as they asked him for the seat. Because obviously
But then
Ferrari
you
would
would.
say, yeah,
Why wouldn't you?
didn't work out though,
An
did
Italian driver gets offered the Ferrari seat completely randomly out of nowhere. You're taking it.
Didn't work out though, did it?
No.
Right, grid, here we go.
Yes, I will run you through it. First of all, I'm going to say Kachow has been absolutely stiffed with the early ready up. He has been disqualified for not moving. Right, 13th place, we have the second guy in the championship, RSF1 Millsy in the hat. In 12th, we have Mr. Immortal in the Lonely Williams. 11th place is Primus Gaming with the fresh tyres. Then you've got 10th place of Trick 2 Pines, who's starting on the soft tyres, so his strategy did not work out at all. In front of him, another guy that tried that, Bizarre Mike, didn't work out, P8. 9, sorry. Then Fishsticks in P8. Old Manzy in P7. Desbro in P6. Owen, who also tried the soft strat, just missed out on a good place in P5. butting in the Aston Martin in P4, sharing the second row with his teammate RSF1 Kachow. Then you've got RSF1 Lincoln, the championship leader in P2, with Mr. Cornet Star starting in pole position, and he's expecting to probably storm away if he can get away in the first part of the race, and then I reckon he'll pull away from everybody else. There's my call.
Cornet, as I mentioned earlier, needs the win for championship's sake to keep his very slim now hopes of a championship alive against Lincoln and Millsy. Both Astons obviously need the win, Kachow and Button, for their own drivers' sake, but for constructors as well. They've pretty much nearly got it. Millsy, starting 13th, has got it all to do on the hard tyres as well. The only one in the grid on the hards as we get set for the Hungarian Grand Prix for Division 4. 5 red lights. Drive-through for Cornet. Massive drive-through. He's gained about 10 lengths on everyone else. But Owen's got a massive start on the soft tyres, and he's going to take the initial lead when Cornet's had the drive-through. There's 4 wide behind him. Mercedes right up on the inside of Pines has gone very aggressive.
There's no
and it's worked.
I think there's a bit of lag at the back.
Yep, there's 3 wide going into the end of turn 3. There's Hassab is on Mike as well. And Lincoln and Pines going side by side. Pines has actually undercut his championship leading teammate.
Oh no,
No
Pines.
team orders there. Pines is absolutely flying on the soft tyres. He's up 6 places already. But Cornet with that drive through. I'd imagine because he's jumped out of the session many times, that's probably not his fault. It's probably a timing thing.
The thing is, if it was just a desync, he wouldn't have got a drive-through penalty for it.
Ah, true.
Because it would have just let him go. He has mistimed that start awfully, and then just said, "Well, I've already done the jump start. I might as well commit to it." Because on this game, you don't get a second chance, do you? You can't just move and then stop.
Yeah. So Cornet is in, and he's retired.
What? Oh, Cornet.
Cornet. I know you have a drive-through, but
and I know you're struggling
it's
with a little
lap
bit of internet, but that's silly.
Pines lunging it up on the inside and takes second. So he's made 8 places by the start of lap 2. Gachow's not letting him go, though. On the inside for turn 3.
Oh, he's running slightly
big
wide.
contact. Pines is still up on the inside, though. Oh, this is close. Someone back out.
You don't want to go
Someone
side by
back out,
side here.
please.
You found that out, and Kachow backs out.
Discretion better part of valor, Kachow. He's still in a great position, but look, Owen and Pines, Chris, on the softs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was saying about that strategy not working out, but somehow Pines has gained 8 positions. Right.
Brilliant.
Credit to you, Pines. Well done. Good recovery after the poor qualifying.
Yeah.
And you can't take that away from him, really.
Oh. Cornet's had trouble with his wheel. The clutch went. That's why he jump started.
Yeah, but then I couldn't correct a slide going into the pits, so crashed, didn't retire.
Yeah, that too as well.
So he actually crashed in the pit lane because of his wheel.
Oh man.
That's unfortunate.
I'm sorry, Cornet, for jumping to conclusions there, but
yes,
real shame there.
We're both sorry for that, bud. But obviously, you can understand why we went to that first of all.
What else has happened in this start? Old Manzy's wait, there's been pit stops as well. Fishsticks, Mike, and Manzy after the end of the first lap. They're way back.
Millsy has passed a couple of drivers since I last saw, because he was down in 12th place, so he's got past.
That's because the guy's pitted.
Oh, okay. What happened? Damage, was it?
Must have been.
Yeah, because I did see contact between an Alfa Romeo and a Ferrari, so that must have been what happened, and the house must have got involved. But now, we have the single file of Hungary. So make sure your questions are ready in case we get desperate.
Well, I just had to cross off that year on the one of the questions I have for the actual quiz.
Why?
Well, because Arbad knows the answer now.
Well,
Imagine it gets to Saturday.
Yeah, technically, that is a trick question, and people would probably get that wrong.
Mm. Every time I think about like Luca Badoer's like first reserve race, the one in Valencia, qualified at the back, like stone dead last, and this is in a car that gave Raikkonen like third or something in that same race, and then he got he had several pit lane speeding penalties in practice. He was already behind there, and then during the pit stop battle, the team told him that he was battling with someone side by side, one of the Renaults, I think. So he slowed and then crossed the pit lane line at the exit of the of the pits, gained himself a driving penalty as well.
Yeah, that's just the way he drove in that race showed that he was a backmarker driver in his previous positions. It showed a lot.
Oh, Desbro's had an off. Sorry, Desbro's had an off. Big front wing damage on that left.
Yeah. He's missing the end plate on the front left. That's not ideal.
So both Alfa Romeos after a pretty strong qualifying for them in the wars, and that's a real shame.
Going for a move into P2. He's going to go down the inside of Pines. And that... Oh, it looked routine, but it doesn't look like Pines has given this up yet.
Oh, Kachal. Nice.
He's made that move.
That's good for Kachal because he wants a Mercedes buffer of Pines between him and Lincoln. Sorry.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Now Pines, if he was a true team driver, he would probably move to the side and let Lincoln through.
I don't think he's not going to do that.
No,
the first lap he just ruffled past him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that because he's going to think, I'm on the soft tyres, I'll have more pace. But those soft tyres will last about 2 more laps before they're horrible. They're probably going off now, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why
he's moved. Well done, Pines. Good movement, mate. There you go. That's why clever driving.
That's why he couldn't stay ahead of Kachal, and that's why Kachal's now closing in on Owen. Remember, they would have done a lap or 2 at least. So, as you say, they've got another 2 laps before they have to pit.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I gave him a lot of credit. Some Mr. Rubins over there gave him no credit. He thought he's going to hold him up.
Well, because of the start he made. I mean,
yeah.
At the end of the first lap, he went right around the outside of his own teammate. So I don't think it was going to make it easy.
But he had to at the start of the race on his fresh softs. Ish. But as you can see, Owen is losing that lead lap by lap now. Corner by corner.
Mortal!
Oh, there's a big crash in the background. I can see it.
Oh,
Immortal.
Careful.
Oh, Immortal. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, Immortal. You can't do that. That was a very, very unsafe rejoin.
It's a good thing that Millsy, who's currently running around in 7th place on the hard tyres, not to really have any pace on those hards, slowly dropping away. Very, very good thing that Millsy was aware. We have a spinning Williams of Immortal. He was just behind Primus as well, putting him under pressure, but...
Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say that'll be sent into the stewards. So that
Millsy will be not too best pleased. Hines is in.
I wouldn't be. Yeah, those tyres are gone. He's going to hard.
Don't know whether you'll be able to get to the end.
I would have gone medium. Medium. It'd have been the best way.
But yeah, if you're qualifying on softs, you are sticking to be aggressive in the strategy.
Yes, and he's just gone passive.
Yep.
That's not going to work now from Pines.
Mortal in as well with the same strat.
I wonder why Immortal pitted.
Tyres are cooked.
And no wing.
Was it no wing?
He lost his wing in that crash, yeah.
Oh.
Or some of it, at least.
Yeah.
It was quite a big impact.
Board of Owen, you could see how close Kachow and Lincoln, they're starting to pull away from Button as well.
You can see on Owen's tyres now, the pickup. And you can see all the graining in his tyres. His tyres look horrible. I think he should box. He's got to. Owen's just thrown away the race by not putting this lap. He is going to be swallowed up by the rest of the field. Oh! Big moment for Kachow!
Owen and Kachow, big moment.
Wow. Owen is going to be absolutely eaten alive here. He's got no chance.
The traction, is Kachow going to think of it? No, not close enough.
It looks like Kachow probably won't go for a move down into this kink. This kink left-hander. There's a yellow flag. Oh. We've lost Immortal.
Safety car has to be.
And
virtual.
Because
no one else is near him.
Yes, that's unfortunate. VSC,
no.
I absolutely hate the VSCs, but we have them.
Would have brought the likes of Fish Sticks, Despro, Mike and Mandy back into it if it was a full safety car, hence why I kind of wanted it, but shame for Immortal. No points for Williams in F4. Yep.
Now will the virtual safety car stay out long enough for Owen to pit? They've cleaned the car up already. The car's gone. What's happening? Kachow nearly hit the back of Owen there. Button drive-through.
Oh, Button, that's brought him out of it.
Button's got a drive-through. That is poor from Button. The old man of RSF1 has absolutely messed up there.
Owen's still not pitting.
He's in for his drive-through straight away. Owen is going to lose the lead here. I don't really know what Owen's actually doing at this point. I would love to know what he's trying to do, but he's lost the lead now. Kachow down the inside. Lovely move.
Great move. Part on the apex, so Owen couldn't even have a sniff back at him.
Yep. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, but Kachow is sporting the Williams helmet for Frank Williams today.
He is?
He is.
Oh, he is.
I was told before the race, by him, but I forgot to mention it. I just noticed it on in his car.
Yeah, well done, Kachow. Obviously, paying respect to Frank Williams, who unfortunately passed away earlier this week. Was it weekend? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe it was. Yeah. Right, Lincoln now behind Owen doesn't need to lose too much time. Needs to either clear Owen or Owen needs to pit. Because already Lincoln's losing a bit.
I don't know what he's doing. Owen did.
Now he is.
Yeah.
Alright, so that leaves Chow with Lincoln chasing him back down again. 2 seconds the gap.
What tyres is Owen going on to? He's going on to the yards.
Now they'll be... I'm a little bit more confident in Owen get to the end than Pines.
Yeah,
I don't think Pines will be able to.
Mills definitely... Did he start on those tyres, actually, Millsy?
Yes, he did.
Okay, I get confused sometimes if it says 10 laps and they've done 9. Brain don't work.
Wow, Lincoln on this lap caught Kachow by 6/10 in that first sector alone.
Yeah, Lincoln's definitely removed... He's removed the sand on this lap. You can see that visually.
Then middle sector. Ooh, Kachow, a bit of a slide. Got caught in the curb. Now remember, Chris, Kachow actually dropped it in the corner we've just gone by. Do you reckon that's going to be still in his mind going into this race? He's a bit wary of that corner.
Yes, he's going to be a lot more cautious into that corner, actually. I'm sure of it. I'm just on helmet watch a minute. Just seeing who else is wearing a nice helmet. Button's got the Williams helmet as well, so both Aston Martins have gone for it. Fish Sticks also got the Williams helmet. And that is everybody. I just thought they all deserved a shout out. That was all.
Yeah, I just noticed as well who's quietly now kind of in a podium position. Mr. Primus.
Oh, it's the Team Tauri driver. Love that.
And that's legit as well, because Owen and Pines, I mean, yes, obviously Primus will fall behind Owen and Pines, but they're debatable going to the end, plus their tyres will be really, really worn towards the end of the race, and that's where Primus can sort of come back into that third place. Yeah. Millsy's just slowly dropping away from Primus, and it's just, I think Millsy is really under damage limitation compared to his rival Lincoln at the moment.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Millsy is not a big fan of this circuit. So it was always going to be damage limitation for him. And we know full well he's a fan of the next couple of circuits. He loves them. So that will be where he's going to get his points back, whatever he loses today. Yeah. But I do not think he'll finish in front of Lincoln without Lincoln bottling it.
Of course, we got Canada, Austria, and China to finish off the championship.
Yes, we do. Canada, which is the penalty fest. Austria, beautiful, and China is also good if you nail it.
And if you remember rightly, when in particular, what date China is?
Yes, there will be probably no one, including myself, for that one. I am actually ruling myself out of that one. Already.
23rd of December.
Oh, is it 23rd? Okay, I can make that. I can't do 24th.
Yeah, because that's Boxing Day. Day before Boxing Day.
What do you mean that's Boxing Day? The 24th is the day before Christmas, you...
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is what I meant.
Yeah, I think I can make the 23rd just. Oh,
yeah,
moment.
Same.
Desbro catches it.
Really do feel sorry for the Alfa Romeos, Desbro and Old Manzi, because they qualified quite well, didn't they, Chris? And they're currently 9th and 10th at the moment.
Yes, it's not been ideal for them, to be honest with you. Obviously, Desbro, or was it Old Manzi? I can't remember which one of these two got damaged at the start, but it really ruined their race.
You know what I'm seeing at the moment in this race? A chat with Lincoln.
Oh, sorry.
I might actually bring up another.
I think you need to.
Quiz question.
We need a safety car. We really need a safety car.
We've still got these two. But what
do you mean?
What I'm noticing with these two, this is a Hamilton Verstappen kind of thing. Because I just noticed like these two are in the 19s at the moment, high 19s. Primus in third. Who's no slouch around this track is mid-20s. So it's about half a second slower at the moment.
Yes.
Although Primus is just ain't pushing. I mean, he'll be happy with third. If he gets third from 11th, take it.
I'll be over the moon.
Mm.
We might be about to have some drama at the front because Lincoln. Oh, he's ruined it. Lincoln, come on.
Get within DRS.
He got within. Wait, is he there? The activation zone? I think he might just be.
He got it.
Thank heavens for that, Lincoln. Just get closer. Save the race.
We might have Owen catching up to Millsy in a bit as well.
Oh, in a bit. So okay. I'll go back to the leaders. Yeah. To be honest with you, we did expect this from Hungary. It's one of those tracks, if you're stuck behind a car, unless you're an absolute psychopath and send it down the inside, you're going to struggle to pass.
Yeah. What hasn't helped, obviously, is the opening laps for Fish Sticks, both Alfa Romeos and Mike. Hasn't helped. The drive-through for Cornet hasn't helped. The drive-through for Button hasn't helped. Course, no. But we are going to have a battle. Lincoln is on it.
Yep, he has closed in. I think he's probably got the stream open and he can hear us. So that means Lincoln... Oh, he bottled it. That means Lincoln is listening to us right now and saying... Because for some reason, I don't know how he does this. I can't concentrate with another voice or another noise in the background. He seems to be able to do it. And as we're talking about him, he's messed up the next few laps. Right, Lincoln, we won't talk about you for a bit, all right? Get on with it.
He got within half a second in that middle sector, and then lost it all the last sector.
Yeah,
the
second we started mentioning his name. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, Pines. Oh, massive off. Oh, wow, he must have had a braking thing of something, because he's just gone straight to the wall. No front wing.
It's a weird place. It's a weird place to go off as well.
Well, I'm saying braking problem or something.
Yeah, or he got on the curb and that kicked him to the right, and he fell into the pit lane.
He's going to retire it. He's going to.
And there he goes. You could have at least crashed on circuit, like properly.
We're down to 10, by the way. Everyone's scoring points.
Yeah.
Unless you crash like before 2/3 distance, or I don't know how it works. I can't remember how it works.
Yes, I thought, and I was told, it was only if the game classifies you. Now, I was told the other day, if you've done 90% of the race, no matter if the game classifies you or not, you still get your point.
Oh, okay.
But then how does that work for the standings? Because you don't always know how much of the race they've done.
Same for Pines, losing it out there.
Yep.
Lincoln not close enough to Chow just yet, but here is Owen up the back of Millsy. Millsy yet to pit on his 14-lap hards, and is not going to pit for a while, I don't think. Really losing the car at the back end, but it's going to be swallowed up by Owen here.
I don't think Millsy should fight this too hard. He is, though. He is.
He wants something.
Oh, contact!
No!
Contact! Oh, dear! Now, Millsy's waiting up. Millsy, I think, is taking the blame for that one. If you look at where Millsy is on the track right now, he's waited up.
Oh, Kachow penalty. 3-second time penalty for Kachow.
Oh, wow.
That might
hurt.
What? That might hurt.
First of all, credit to Millsy there for waiting up. Secondly, let's hope Owen doesn't send it in because Millsy waited up.
People do that, Chris.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm worried that Owen might still send it in despite Millsy waiting up for him.
Yeah.
And then that's a bit.
My kind of initial thought on it was I didn't think Millsy did too much wrong in that. I thought Owen lost it under traction.
Yes.
And because he did that, the cars then connected.
Yeah, I was on board with Owen. And it did look like Owen just lost the back end and then ended up going around, and there was literally nothing Millsy could do. So I would say probably a racing incident. You can't blame Owen for losing the car, and you can't blame Millsy for being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That was good for Millsy though. Good gentleman and stuff. A
lot of respect for Millsy for doing that. But now he is going to lose a position to Fishsticks because of it.
Fishsticks up on the inside. Millsy giving him room.
Oh, that was close to wheel on exit.
Did hold it. Oh,
Fishsticks is going for this, you know.
Fishsticks is desperate to make some moves now. Remember, he pitted very early on. Kind of out of sync here.
Yes. Yeah, there's no way Fishsticks is going to the end on those tyres, put it that way. I'm actually surprised he's still got pace in them.
He'll be pitting soon, I'd imagine.
Lincoln's in. Lincoln's going for the undercut on Kachow.
Undercut.
And if you know anything about this track, undercut is quite powerful. So this could be a very good call.
Very powerful. It must be going on the hard tyres. Primus in as well.
Yeah, Primus has followed him. I think Button will probably follow, seeing Kachow hasn't pitted. I reckon Button will. He doesn't. Button stays out. Interesting. Millsy, Fishsticks both stay out, and it looks like we're going to have a battle between these two going down the straight.
Yeah, Fishsticks a little bit closer. Now Primus coming out the pits as well. This is going to get close. Fishsticks can't dot the inside. It's going to be free wide on the entrance into the corner.
There's
contact.
Fishsticks
Contact
has
between.
gone wide.
Contact between Fish Sticks and Millsy. Millsy looking at the back of Primus. Oh no! Primus turns in!
And he's caught Fish Sticks as well!
No.
Fish
There's
Sticks
an
went
Alfa
around
Romeo coming,
as well.
be careful.
Yeah, both of them are waiting. Oh! Millsy just tried to rejoin the track and crash into the barrier. And lost his wing.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah. This isn't good for Millsy. I think... Now, I don't think Millsy's one of those people that likes to retire in the pits, but... he doesn't look very happy. Put it this way, after his spin and the way he just drove into the barrier, it didn't look like he was impressed.
Our pits, meantime. Lincoln, remember, went for the undercut. Is this going to work?
This is going to be close, you know, unless the overcuts work for Kachow. It's going to be very, very close. Has Lincoln done it?
Purple last sector for Lincoln. He's going to be on him on the exit of turn 1.
He's going to have to go for the undercut. Turn underneath of him, I mean. Is he going to get him? I can't see on the camera. No! Kachow
so
keeps the
close.
lead. That must have been some in-lap from Kachow.
Yeah, because Lincoln got purple last sector. Did everything he could to try and make that work, but... oh, that was close. Very, very close.
Millsy's in.
Thoughts on the Millsy Primus thing?
It looked like... right, I like Millsy, but it looked like Millsy went for a move that wasn't on. And then clip the back.
I think it's going to rumble on for a bit, because I can kind of see why Millsy went for it, because remember Primus on cold tyres. Just come out the pits. True. But was he fully onside? I don't think he was.
No, he was nowhere near. I was on board with Millsy at the time, and he was nowhere near side by side when it come into the corner. And it just—I don't think the move was ever on, unfortunately. But then the innocent Fish Sticks, which is the sentence you don't say very often, managed to get himself caught up in it as well, because as Millsy was spinning, he caught the rear tyre of Fish Sticks as well.
Yep, Hush saying in the chat exactly what I was just about to say. Lincoln is in this lovely situation, Chris, where he doesn't need to pass Kachow, just needs to stick with him.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get a penalty himself. Yeah, don't get a penalty himself, and he's got this.
Yep, Lincoln's in the prime position. I'm looking at the pit stops as well. Button has yet to pit. So he's the only driver so far that has not pitted.
Hoping for a safety car, or I'd imagine. Oh, Kachow!
Oh!
Kachow's out! He's not out, but he's...
his wing! He's out of the race! He's out of the race win! Unless the safety car saves him.
No.
He's moved out of the way of his teammate as well. This has gone so badly wrong for Kachow.
Oh, well, that ruins the... we're dropping battles, Chris.
So do you want to get us a question?
Might have to in a minute.
Hold on,
Primus got no front wing. Oh, Primus.
Is Primus going to wait? No, I don't think so. No, it's gone.
But he's got wing Kachow, but it's off.
Yeah,
I really do feel sorry for him.
Boxing. Well, we didn't see what happened. I don't know if it was a mistake from him or the car just said no on a curb.
I'm going to go by the curb. That curb's horrible.
I would say curb. Now, will he retire or will he stay in for the point? Well, because he's not out of the race fully.
Give it the points. We're so spread out.
Yeah.
That he's going to be on fresh mediums as well. Where's he going to come out behind?
A safety car brings him back in.
Ahead of the Romeos? Or if he can get ahead of the Romeos. No, he's going to be behind both of them. But he's still 8th. It's something, and he's going to be quick.
Pitted there, so he doesn't have to be behind Mike as well.
He's going to be quick on those tyres, so don't count a 6th out of it, maybe.
No, I agree. Millsy sets the fastest lap of the race. That's an extra point for him at the moment. He needs all the points he can get from down in 10th place.
I'm saying this now. Commentator's curse. This is Lincoln's to lose now. He has a 10-second lead over his nearest rival.
Yeah. Here. Just imagine this. Lincoln goes from years of not winning a race and win 2 in a row.
And this one is, well, might end up being quite dominant. Or comfortable.
Let's just not
Primus.
talk to him. Oh, Primus. Yeah, let's give him a couple days to just settle, you know, because if we speak to him, you're never going to hear the end of it.
I think he'll be partially humble. He'll be disappointed in the way that Kachao went out, because I'm like that as well. I'm like, well, the battle's lost. This is the only battle we have.
Yeah, I'm not like that when I'm driving and I'm racing somebody. I'm just like, oh, bye then. See you later.
How's Button not pitted?
There's
21 lap mediums.
Desbro is going to go for the move on old Manzi. Is he going to make it hard for him? Doesn't look like it.
Medium gets hard. I wouldn't have thought Manzi would have.
Well, you'd hope not. Also, Primus, you've done it again. You've done it again, Primus. Look at his ERS.
He's desperate to get past Owen.
He hurts me.
Owen's on 27%. Chris, why is Button not pitted? It's 21 lap mediums.
I think Button's lost the plot, if I'm honest.
Surely pit now.
He has to. He's lost pace. He's lost. Look behind him. Owen is there now. Button.
No.
Oh, Button's going for the medium to soft. His tires might not make this. His tires might not make it. You know what we need right now? We need that thing that tells us their tire wear. Because I know it's available in this game, but you don't see it very often.
Yeah, Eagle and Hush saying that both he's going to softs.
Yeah, but will those mediums make it to the lap he needs? Which is probably what, lap 28?
According to Eagle, you can easily do 23 laps on mediums and 12 on softs.
I mean,
so that's what
you've got to be an
doing.
absolute madman to do that.
It's news to me.
Yeah,
Michael Chow Chow's made it by the first of the Romeos. That is old Manzi into 7th. He's now got Desbro.
Down the main straight.
Now got Desbro, and he's 7 seconds behind Fishstick. He might be able to count Fishsticks, considering. Oh no, Fishsticks. Oh, Fishsticks will have to bit. Most definitely. Yeah. So
Fishsticks will not be an issue.
Kachal still has a 5th on the cards.
Fishsticks is just in a race on his own now. He's just cruising about, waiting for his pit stop. Is Button in this lap? Nope.
Oh.
Goes again. Lincoln's having a lovely little Sunday drive at the front.
As Prime is going to be close enough for a lunge. Don't think so.
Way too far back. Go for a lunge there. You're taking yourself and the other driver out.
I noticed Button's gone for the same helmet design, by the way, as his teammate.
Oh, Ruben Gerard work. I mentioned that earlier.
Oh.
Do you remember when I said I'm going on helmet watch because I was bored? That's what I was doing, and I mentioned it.
Fair enough.
And Fishsticks has it too.
Ooh, this is getting very close now between Button, Owen and Primus.
Primus is getting impatient. You can see it. He's all over the back of Owen now.
Meanwhile, 10 seconds off the road, Lincoln is loving life right now.
I'm surprised he hasn't fallen asleep yet.
Safety car right now would be horrible for Lincoln, actually.
It'd be hilarious to watch.
And
it would give us some entertainment.
Ooh, Hush with the maths on point. As Button now pits.
Ooh, can he now?
Hush says if it finishes like this, Lincoln can win the title next week. Yeah, because Millsy's down in 10 with only getting a point so far. Which means, yeah, the gap would go up to...
There'll be 78 available, I think.
And the gap was 25. It'll go up to 50 odd points. Yeah, you could. I mean,
yes, so he would need Millsy to be right, basically where he is again. I wouldn't say Millsy will do that at one of his favourite tracks.
Although Canada is one of those that could be a mental one.
Yes, it's about penalties. Lincoln loves a good penalty. We all know
about the walls. All about the walls as well. That could be like survival of the fittest one.
Yeah. That's the point, chat. How many Right, how early do you think that Mr. Rubins will get disqualified next week in Canada?
I'll crash before I get disqualified, Chris.
Because you're going to just straight line that chicane a couple times, I reckon.
No. I win! I win, he's in the curb! No!
Oh no!
He slides wide, the battle is gone.
Well,
Oh, no.
he's still there, actually.
Roll reverse, roll reverse.
Owen does get DRS as well, he done it at a perfect time. And he's going to burn his ERS now because he's going to be frustrated. He's going to send it. Oh, he doesn't have to. He goes down the inside and move done.
Is it?
Will Primus come back though? No, he can't.
He's thinking about it. Who's using the ERS?
I noticed.
These two have got to be kinda careful because Button is now on fresh softs and has caught them 2.8 seconds in that last lap.
Yep.
There's something to be slowly aware. I mean, the gap is 17 seconds. You may not think it's possible, but if he continues catching them 2 seconds a lap...
His tyres will not last that long at that speed.
Meanwhile, Kachal's up to 5th, just got past Esbro.
Also, if you look at the back, Millsy is nearly within 3 seconds of Mike.
Well, Mike,
So that'll be an extra position for him, if he can do that.
yeah, if he could get within 3 seconds.
I'm sure he will.
Now, Primus has just got to save ERS, really. As
Yellow
is...
flag, it's a Haas, it's Mike. And there you go,
Mikey.
Millsy passed him.
Well, there you go.
It's
That's
like
team-
these
that's team
drivers
orders right
see
there.
Yeah, it's like these drivers see a battle about to start and then they go, nah.
Nah.
You're not allowed that.
Button 17.6.
Button's tyres will not make it to the end at this pace. Surely not.
He's caught another 2 seconds, by the way.
Yeah, but surely he can't do it at that pace. They're going to go off.
Usher Matty having a my points are bigger than yours discussion in the chat at the moment. Oh, if we outscore you by 1 more point, we win the title. No.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Whatever.
But I can't be too upset because I'm AlphaTauri as well. So good on Matty.
Quick question.
Yes,
Can
hello.
you check Primus's last 3 lap? Oh, never mind.
Oh, Mike.
That was a point there, Mike.
That was silly.
That's a point. Could have got a point. Here.
Primus's last 3 laps.
Last
yep.
3 laps, and then look at Button's last 3 laps.
So Primus did a 20.4, a 19.8, a 20.6, and a 19.8 on that last lap.
Buttons.
Button is setting 20.5. Oh wait, yeah, he's only been on the
Oh
softs
no!
for 2 laps. What's happened?
Owen's hit the AI car of safety
Safety car! Safety car!
Oh.
Owen hit Mike.
Owen hit Mike's AI car on the exit.
Oh,
I thought
for
he was
flip's
gonna.
sake.
I thought he was gonna move. Hence why I didn't really notice. And
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate that.
on the racing, like, did Owen assume he was gonna ghost? Is my thought.
Yeah, but you never ever assume the car's gonna ghost.
No.
Millsy's in. Millsy is in.
Well,
I think
Lincoln.
everybody will pit for softs.
Lincoln is. I had a 13-second gap. In a 13-second lead.
Now, Lincoln, you should know more than anybody. You need to battle.
There you go.
You need to battle for your wins. You don't get handed them.
Yeah, now he's got a battle for them. This is good.
This is great. This is great. We wanted this. Come on, Primus, you can do this, boy.
Hit for softs.
Sorry, no favoritism. No favoritism.
I
I'm
can't-
watching Primus's steering right now, and it's hurting me.
I can't do favoritism. I can't do favoritism because there's no
Oh
Williams
yeah, you
drivers
already
here.
drive us out.
Yeah.
If I'm being fully favoritism, I need both Aston Martins to end up in a wall.
Button decides not to pit. Well, he just pitted on two laps off. So is he going to jump Primus?
If I was Button, I'd be bombing it down this straight and then braking afterwards. Yeah, yes.
Clever. Very, very clever.
But you got to think about it. Button's tyres are 3 laps old, so compared to fresh softs, they might not be as useful.
Fish Stick's done the same and has jumped Kachow and Desbro.
You can see Lincoln up front now, just wiggling his steering, having a great time.
Get a 13-second lead, yeah. Can you do a bit of a warning check, please? Shall we just do the top 4?
Yeah, got you.
I need to do one a million.
Lincoln has 1.
Ooh.
Button has 2.
Oh.
Primus has 2.
Oh.
And Fish Sticks has 3.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, he had 2 on 1 lap, so one of them must have been the collision.
Collision or something. So that's good for Lincoln then.
Yeah, so Lincoln's comfortable as long as he gets this restart right. Now, something I saw the other day, I was watching one of the races. I saw somebody do a safety car restart that was incredibly dangerous. Let's hope Lincoln doesn't do that because he was against that restart himself.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that one. I can't remember what division it was.
No, I can't remember myself. It could have been F5 to be honest. But I was already out. I might have caused the safety car.
You want another quiz question while we're waiting? Because we've got one more lap.
You may as well, mate. Yeah, we got some cruising time.
1952, 2020 again.
2000, sod it.
Let me see how easy this is. Oh.
Ooh. Lincoln's gonna hit the safety car if he's not careful.
Yeah, good point. Okay. In the year 2000, what was different about the 2000 British Grand Prix? Was it A, I'll give you the options this time, was it A, the safety car led the most laps? B, it took place in April rather than July? C, it was run anti-clockwise? Or D, it was a non-championship race?
Well, I don't think it was run anti-clockwise. That sounds bizarre.
I'm actually looking this up myself. I kind of think I know, but...
What were the options again?
Safety car led the most laps.
Yeah.
It took place in April rather than July. Was run anti-clockwise. Or was a non-championship race?
Safety car led the most laps?
Okay.
That's my guess. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know how I'd be expected to know what month it took place. I was 7 years old. Also, safety car is in this lap. In this lap.
You are correct. It was moved to April rather than July. And the stupid thing about that is apparently it chucked it down in rain because they put it to April rather than July.
Wait, why did they do that?
I don't know. I think it was like round 4 of the season or something, rather than like 9 or 10.
That's peculiar.
Yeah,
I'm
money
watching
missed.
Lincoln's gone already. Lincoln's gone already. Nice and early before the final corner.
Promise! Promise that they dropped it.
Absolutely caught everybody napping. What a restart that is.
Primus nearly dropped it on the last corner. It was practically sideways.
Kachow is now back in this race and he is fighting. He's trying to get around the outside of Fish Sticks.
Move!
Fish Sticks gives him no space at all. Very disrespectful there on the space he gave him. That was poor. But he still kept it there and got around him. Good move from Kachow.
8 drivers duking it out. Oh!
The Ferrari and the bloody Alfa Romeo came together.
Oh!
Jeez.
There was contact as well. Fish Sticks kind of keep up with the pace with everyone else in front of him.
You need to cross that year off now.
Yes, I do need to do that. Thank you for reminding me.
Is it just a year you need to cross off, or the
Yeah,
question?
the year.
Why the year? Why can't you just cross out that question and get another question from that year?
Because it's 1 question per year.
Yeah, and you could use another question from that per Like
No, that's
for
how my
the
book.
quiz?
That's how my book works. The book I'm using. That's how it works. So I've crossed
Right,
out
gotcha.
2000 anyway. Yeah, according to Muddy knows his stuff. Apparently the car parks are bogged down as well.
Oh wow. Lincoln's won this race regarding any problems.
Not yet. Kachow is
He's got a
all.
1.9 second lead now.
Kachow's all over the back of Primus. Primus's podium might be ebbing away because remember Kachow had so much pace earlier on, and now all of a sudden he's staring at the barrel of the podium. He's going to go really aggressive right up at the inside of Primus into the turn 4. They're side by side for turn 5. Oh, they're going to run side by side. Primus pushing. Penalty!
No,
Penalty!
Kachow had a moment. Kachow had a moment on the curb and came back in and hit Primus after losing the back end, unfortunately.
And got a penalty for doing so.
Yeah. It was no one's fault, that one. It was just unfortunate.
Yeah, I really don't know why they moved that race to April rather than July. I don't know what made them make that decision.
God knows. They probably just thought, sod it, let's do something. Why not? Let's be in the limelight.
Lincoln's gone. He wants the win. 3 seconds up the road.
I told you Lincoln has been sandbagging for a while now. This is his real pace. He's now showing it. Look at that.
Well, again, what I think it is.
He's gone for the fastest lap as well.
He's got it.
And he's got it.
Oh, so Kachow is not going to make it even more easier. Again, thanks for the move.
Oh, we thought about it.
He's going to be fired up now, Mr. Kachow.
Yeah, he's not going to be very happy. Especially considering those penalties cannot be removed. And right now, as it stands, he might drop down to 6th, maybe 7th.
Might even be 8th.
Could be 8th, yeah.
Yeah, it could be 8th. If he cannot find a way past Primus, and Primus is doing him more damage.
Yep. Now, what Lincoln done a moment ago, getting that fastest lap, was very, very smart because he actually, I believe, took it off Millsy. If I'm right?
No.
Because I know Millsy had it at one point. I don't know who had it at that stage.
Button would have had it.
Button would have had it.
Yeah, because remember
he's taking an extra point off a championship contender though, because Button is up there.
Oh, Primus for a penalty, and he's wide. Kachow lunging up in the inside.
Oh,
again, Primus. Oh,
Kachow!
no.
Kachow, don't rejoin there, please.
Kachow was there.
And he doesn't.
Kachow was on the inside. This one is a bit more...
Yeah, that one's more 50-50, I think. Maybe more 60-40 to the driver that spun him, shall we say.
Oh, Kachow is not going to be happy with that.
Is he going to finish the race? Oh, he's spun again. His tyres are ruined.
Yep, tyres are out of it.
Is he going to finish this race? I think he will. Had a cool little view there for watching Lincoln go through the first couple of turns. Didn't know he could do that on this circuit.
I'm glad I'm not a steward.
Yeah, I'm glad I never took on that option. Because I think you'd have a very busy time after this race.
But nearly absolutely... There's not enough caps for these bottles. Jesus, he had a massive moment at the end of turn 5 and Primus again. He's already had one incident with an Aston. Don't we make another one?
Now, there is a key thing here. Primus has to pass Button. Primus has to pass Button, and he has to do it now.
Oh.
If he doesn't pass Button, he's losing this podium.
How many? Oh, now I know why Button is struggling. Look at his tyres. He's on 8 lap softs.
Yeah, I told you those tyres would be horrible by the end of the race, and they are. Now, you're going to see Primus absolutely do everything in his power to get past Button on this lap and try and gap. Because otherwise, Fishfix has this podium.
On the last lap. Button's doing everything he can to try and stay ahead, but he's got barely no grip. Oh, don't be side by side again, please. Nervous.
They're side by side going into the braking zone. Primus is trying to hold it around the outside. Primus knows he needs to go. And he has gapped by 3 seconds.
Yes.
So if Primus now finishes this race in a straight line, he's going to be on the podium.
Does a lovely move on Button though.
Yeah, no more penalties for Primus. He's on this podium.
He's still got to push though a little bit.
Yes, he does.
He's not going to
but
get Button, though.
I think he will get Button. Look at the gap he's already got.
Not in a second and a half, I would have thought.
I think Button will get P3 at this stage, and unluckily, or P2 actually. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Button P2, Primus. Primus is still close to Fish Sticks.
Anyway,
This is very close to Fish Sticks, but anyway, Lincoln, after winning last week, has run 2 in a row. They're like buses. You wait for 1, and 2 come along at the same time. This is going to be very close for Primus's podium.
it is
He crosses the
very
line.
close.
Is he going to get it? Button to second.
He
Oh,
does.
by a tenth.
Oh,
By a
wow.
tenth. Third place. Fish Sticks
Oh,
fourth.
hold on.
Millsy
How was
fifth.
Millsy finished fifth?
No penalties.
How has he done
No penalties. He just stood where he was.
that? Wow.
P5 for Millsy. Mandy
The
sixth.
very annoyed Kachow finishes in last or 8th.
Mandy sixth.
Was it
Desbro
eighth?
seventh. Yeah. Kachow in 8th. Not where I think he deserves to be.
No. He can't imagine will be very approachable after this race.
Most definitely not.
No, I wouldn't want to talk to him, put it that way after this one.
Yeah. Ash with the quick maths. Provisionally at least, because I reckon there'll be penalties coming a few ways.
I know one position that's probably settled, and it's the race leader, because he's not going to have any issues. I don't think I saw him in a battle at one point.
Yeah, the biggest shame is obviously we didn't see the conclusion of the battle between Lincoln and Kachow, which all started from the mistake that Kachow made in that chicane. And ever since then, Lincoln took control, despite that safety car, got the gap ahead of the squabbling Astons and Primus. With one of them at least, Button in second place, Primus in third, Fish Sticks in fourth by a tenth, ends up in fourth place, and Mills, I think considering how his race has gone, I think Millsy will be delighted with fifth. And then both Alfa Romeos, 6th and 7th, and Kachow, probably the most frustrated of the entire grid, even the ones that DNF'd.
Yeah, I can imagine. Also, I don't know if you mind, but I'm going to have to disappear. I hope that's all right.
That's fine.
Because after I told you earlier, I need to go off and just
Yes, go on, relax.
get some brain back. I've
Brain
invited all of them, but none of them seem to have joined other than Primus so far.
I'll get the others, it's cool.
All right, mate. Sorry about that. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Cool. Alright. Button. Alright, include your audio, guys.
Good.
And I'll just wait for Button, but we can wait a little bit more, there's no problem.
Where's Chris?
Chris is had to head off. I think you know why.
Don't know actually. He'll have to tell me.
Fair enough. So I was just checking something for later. But we've got you two for now. So we will perfectly fine. I just realised this is the first time that you've been on the podium, Lincoln, and Chris isn't here.
I know.
Normally wants you so badly as well.
But you were supposed to interview me this week anyway.
True. and now he's just chickened out of it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right, we'll start off with Primus in P3 in the AlphaTauri, and considering you're qualifying only just missing out by a tenth to Q3 and to finish on the podium, you've got to be very, very happy with that. I think a slightly rough race as well, because you were caught up in a couple of incidents in that race. Of course, we'll let everything stewarding to decide everything and the outcomes of all that, but that all for one side for now. A very good third place. You're gonna be relatively happy with that.
I am and I ain't, in a way. I was attacking button, and the dirty air near the end there did do me in, and I got my penalty. And that's what really made it difficult. But yeah, weak quali today, honestly. I was quite annoyed that I couldn't get better out of the car. I kept on mucking up near the separation zone of the second to the third sector, literally on that bit where you can chuck it into sixth. And yeah, I mucked up there, kept on costing me precious quality time, and then yeah, I was out. The start though was very aggressive. Like we got a good launch going, but then there was lots of contact, and I managed to slip myself up into seventh pretty much at the start and work my way through there. Battled with Owen for a good bit, and I loved every minute of that battle with Owen. It was honestly pretty good. And then when I got the pit stop, I managed to keep ahead of Millsy, even though he was fighting a Ferrari. Then like Millsy and Fish were like nowhere near me going into the next like at the end of the second ZR zone, and then suddenly I get hit in the inside by Millsy. So I imagine he probably went for a late braking. He hit me, but like he took himself out there. But like he was way too far back for me to consider defending, because it's like he won't late brake into here because I've got the racing line, and then suddenly he just goes in and hits me, and then I'm like, oh. But yeah, then after Chris's impact, it was a bit of a shame. I really enjoyed fighting Chris. I loved his move down the inside in turn one, where he caught me napping, and he capitalised on it even after his half spin nearly. So that was a cracking move, and I loved that. And then when the safety car came out, because we're fighting for the overall constructors, those Astons really played psychological warfare on me, as well as teamwork, and I can't fault them on it. But after I got my penalty, suddenly Kachow was on the inside, and then yeah, I heard him, and I might have collided. But again, I had the racing line. He decided to make the move, but I had the racing line, so obviously the stewards will look at that, and obviously they'll determine that. But I feel I held my ground. That was my line, and it's his responsibility to make the attack. But then, obviously, with my penalty, that screwed every chance of me getting second place. So I had to work on getting ahead of Button, because he was backing me up into Fish to get me off the podium. And yeah, honestly, it was a good race. Didn't expect to be up here on the podium. And it's good points for the team. Obviously, I don't know if this P3 will last, so I hope it does. But I know for a fact that Millsy and Kachow will be basically they're going to do everything they can to really get me down. I know they will, so I don't know if this will last.
Well, you gotta leave it to the stewards. We don't know 100% until that happens. So for now, just enjoy the third place. Canada next on the track list that we have. What's your thoughts going into that? That could be a quite crazy one, considering how the track is on this game. What's your thoughts heading into that?
Canada's not always been a strong track for me, in brutal honesty. It's a tough circuit, and it really is a matter of not just skill there, but just not putting your car in the wall, considering how tight that track is, and maybe not hitting the odd groundhog. But then, but yeah, it's not a strong circuit for me. But I'm hoping I'll at least have my teammate next week, or a teammate to help give me a little bit of support there, because unfortunately in Hungary today I was sort of left to fight against the Lions.
Well done on a good race anyway, and good luck for Canada next week.
Thank you.
And heading to our race winner, obviously I think Button doesn't have a mic for the moment, so either that he just want to speak. Either way, we head to our race winner, Mr. Lincoln. And I said as you cross the line, your 2 wins here I feel like buses, because you wait for ages and then 2 come along. last week, obviously, you had to fight tooth and nail for your victory. This week, you did have to fight a little bit. Obviously, in that first stint, you were in battle with Kachal. Obviously, got caught out by your teammate and for Owen, the very fast starting pair they were on the softs.
Yeah.
And that's when the tyres then came into play. Your mediums with Kachal did the work. And it looked to be boiling up to be an interesting battle. Obviously, Kachal had that penalty. So me and Chris thought, well, if he stays with him, but is the racer going to take over and they try and go for the move? Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the end of that battle because Kachal made that mistake through the chicane. And from there, despite the safety car, which must have been an annoyance, to say the least.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Despite all that, you've controlled it really, really well. So, yeah, take us through that.
Well, obviously at the start we had the softs and they were just rapid. I was just like, yeah, stay away from them. And Kachal was in the party with us, so we just thought, let's just, if we can, try and stay with each other, just try and not do any stupid moves. And it was just going back and forth. One of us would make a mistake one corner, the other one make a mistake another corner. So it was just kept on going like that. And then I thought, right, he's out of DRS. He's a tad bit quicker than me. So I thought he was just gonna, even with his penalty, get over 3 seconds in the end. And then he spun. I was like, oh, thank God for that. Then after that, I was just like, right, don't get any pens, don't do anything stupid, just keep going. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Obviously, with that win as well, and your closest rival Millsy having a very difficult race, but somehow getting 5th. But your gap, though, despite Millsy's 5th place, does go up to 41 points according to Hush. Obviously, very provisional on that. But you have, or you will most likely extend going into last 3 Grand Prix of the season. You're still carrying on that point scoring record as well.
Yeah.
So you got 2 things to kind of keep there.
Yeah.
Last 3 tracks. You got Canada, Austria, China. Is any of those 3 either you're looking forward to or the opposite you're kind of nervous about?
Yeah. Not long to practice for him, it should be fine. It's Canada. It all depends on whether you can not cut the corners, especially on the last corner.
Oh, the last corner's a devil.
Yeah, Austria. You've got this game, obviously because of the curves. Austria's curves are a bit deadly.
Mm-hmm. As well as
I've not really done. Yeah, not really done China, but it's the track I've always liked anyway. So
China's, if you remember China's a lot more bumpier on this game.
Yeah.
What I remember.
I don't think I've done it this game. I don't think I've actually touched China this game.
Now I do believe 66. No, you cannot win. Wow. Yeah, because Millsy got 5th, you then cannot win in Canada. Even if you win and he gets no points, you cannot win in Canada. So,
Are you sure?
So I guess. If the gap remains as 41 points.
If it remains at 41, no. But if I get, I need to get 52. Yeah, over 52 points ahead after Canada.
You could win it in Canada. Win it in Canada by the end of it. Yes. Yeah. So you're right. I'm wrong. Yeah. So I guess though you're not going to be thinking about that. You just.
No, just
get as most points as possible. Yes.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, good luck in Canada, and well done on your 2nd win of the season, 2 in a row.
Cheers.
And just to add in my congratulations, Lincoln, there as well.
Thank you.
All right, and congratulations to everyone that produced a very entertaining race despite the 13 racing. So fantastic. I mean, it did quieten off a little bit, but we did all right. And as I mentioned, Canada will be the next track that we all go to as a league. and F1 will obviously be kicking things off this Sunday. After and to basically cap off a momentous weekend in the world of Formula 1 and everyone attached to RSF1, because Saturday is the next time we will be streaming 12 hours long. Well, not fully 12 hours, because we will be breaking for the qualifying of the real life Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah. The schedule for this stream, which of course is dedicated to Shrimper, our fallen friend recently, to donate as much money as we can, or raise as much money as we can, and basically entertain everyone watching. Yes, that all starts on Saturday. As I said, official schedule will be released on the Discord very, very, very soon. But I believe it all starts 12 midday with a selection of events, including the Shrimper Cup, which is 3 races, which I believe are Imola, Portimao and China. So we've got a preview of China, interestingly, and there's a very interesting way of how to sort that out as well. That'll be towards the evening, I think, around 8 o'clock, so make sure you're around for all of that. And you may hear me as well throughout the entirety of that 12-hour stream, because I will try and get involved the best I can. Yep, we'll be back for league racing this Sunday, F1 division. Probably me streaming as well, for Canada, for the opening race of the week. So until then, take care, enjoy the weekend, and enjoy the rest of the days that you have until that weekend. Until then, take care and good night.